And hello once again, everybody. Welcome to another installment of HTBL Baseball Season Number 1. This is Big Paulie coming to you, and this will be Game 29. We're going to do Cincinnati and Chicago, the Reds and the Cubs. Let's show you what happened on the last game date, which was May 7th. We're also going to have the results of everybody on May 8th. So we're going to do two summaries, one at the beginning and one at the end, one for May 7th, one for May 8th. And then from this point onwards, we'll just do the recaps at the end of each episode. It was the Astros 4-2 over Chicago, Plank over Fisher. Caminiti went 1 for 3, a homer his third. The Tigers goosed the Royals 3-0. Larry over Spawn. Cobb 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and a double. Browns 8. Blue Jays 2. Newsom over Key. Shane Dees 2 for 4, his second home run and 3 RBIs. He only hit one. In 11, it was Cleveland 3 and Minnesota 1. Feller over Hecker. Lajoie 2 for 4, a double and a stolen base. The Red Sox 6-2 over the Rangers. Young over Welch. Frisch 2 for 5, a homer, his second, 3 RBIs. The Cardinals 6-5 over Montreal. It was Carruthers over Forster. Raines went 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and 2 stolen bases to get his season. 2 RBIs and 2 triples. I was looking at the sheet wrong. The Reds 10-8 over the Cubs. Rixey over Jenkins. That's how I wanted to say it. Robinson went 1 for 4, a homer, his 12th, and 2 RBIs. Pittsburgh over Milwaukee 8-2. Veal over Hutchinson. Parker 3 for 5. The Cobra hit his second home run and 2 RBIs in the game. Braves over the Rockies 7-1. Necro over Radbourne. Lopez 3 for 5. He hit 4 RBIs and a triple. The Angels over the Rays 8-3. Tanana 4-2 over Weimer 3-1. Aaron plays for Tampa Bay. Hank Aaron 2 for 4, a homer, his fifth. Yankees 2 and the A's 1. Wilhelm 1-0 over Keene 3-4. Rivera his fourth save. Seattle 5-4 over Baltimore, the game we did last. Camp over Worrell and Singleton 2 for 4, a homer, his third. Miami 12-3 over the D-backs. Powell over Mullane. McCracken 3 for 4, a homer, his first, 2 RBIs. Phillies 10 and the Giants 1. Alexander 6-1 over Gaylord Perry, who's now 1-6. Schmidt 2 for 3, a triple, a double. Nats 3 and the Padres 1. Kilroy over King. Johnson 3 for 4 and a double. The Dodgers 7-4 over the Mets. Drysdale over Koosman. Strawberry 2 for 3, a homer, his third. And a stolen base. So it was Strawberry Fields forever for Darrell. So we'll show you today's game, which is going to be Cincinnati and Chicago, a couple of the original National League teams, at Wrigley Field, the land of Wrigleyville in Chicago. And we'll go through the lineups in just a moment. It'll be Raffensperger pitching for the Reds and Hippo Vaughn going for the Cubs.
Pitching for Chicago, Hippo, Vaughn.
And let's go through the Cincinnati lineup. Joe Morgan leads off, and he is at second base. Pinson, the number 2 hitter, playing center. Robinson at right, playing third. Larkin is the shortstop, batting fourth. Dunn in left, bats fifth. Konechny is the first baseman, batting sixth. Lombardi, the DH, at seventh. Bench is the catcher, hitting eighth, and Groh is at third, batting ninth. Raffensperger can pitch 125 pitches. Defensively for the Cubs, Williams is a 5-range, 5-arm in left. Hack Wilson a 7 and a 5 at center. Kai Kyler a 7 and a 7 in right. Ned Williamson a 7 at third. Banks is an 8 at short. Sandberg an 8 at second base. And Anson is the first baseman with just a 3 range. Bob Boone is a 9 and a 7 arm at the catcher's position. Hippo Vaughn is a 4 with a .859 fielding percentage. So far on the year, Vaughn 315, 2-3, 45 and 2/3 innings pitched, 45 hits given up, a homer, 14 walks, 28 Ks. His whip and his average coming in a little above normal, which is not good. Joe Morgan leads off, 261, 9 homers, and 16 RBIs. Morgan's got a lot of power. I play as the Cubs, the computer plays as the Reds. And here's the first pitch. That's a strikeout. Number 1 for Vaughn. He's at 29 on the year. Veda Pinson coming in. He is hitting 298, 3 homers and 14 RBIs. And it's back-to-back Ks for Hippo Vaughn. The lefty is off to a good start. And with 2 outs, it's going to be up to Frank Robinson, 272 on the year, 12 homers, 24 RBIs. A little above his pace in OPS. It should be 1033. It's 1145. Can Vaughn strike out the side? No, it's a grounder. Anson will go unassisted to first base, and the Reds are out of the first inning.
Ken Raffensperger.
Raffensperger will pitch for Cincinnati. Let's give you the lineup for Chicago and the Cubbies. Sandberg leads off. He plays second. Anson is the number 2 hitter playing first base. Hack Wilson at center bats third. Stevenson, the DH, bats fourth. We do use the DH for all HTBL teams, National League or American League. Stevenson, the DH, bats fourth. Kyler is the right fielder batting fifth. Williams in left bats sixth. Banks, Ernie Banks, the Mr. Cub, and the Let's Play 2. He is the shortstop batting seventh. Williamson at third base bats eighth. Boone, the catcher, bats ninth. Hippo Vaughn is the pitcher. He can go 145 pitches on his EPC. He's already pitched 14. So Sandberg leading off, 287, 4 homers, 12 RBIs. Let's just tell you a little about Raffensperger. His ERA is 5.19, a 2-4 record, 43 1/3 innings pitched, 46 hits, 12 walks, 12 homers given up, 4 walks, 17 Ks. His whip and his average are doing better. The whip is 1.154, and the average is 261. So Raffensperger will deal with Sandberg up the middle, and Raffensperger misplays it. It's an error. First of the game. Raffensperger rates a 6, and his ERA, his fielding average is 8.75. I think I forgot to give you the Cincinnati defense, so let's do that now. Dunn is a 5 and a 6 in the left. Pinson is an 8 and a 7 in center. Frank Robinson. I'm thinking of Floyd Robinson of the White Sox. He's a 5 and a 6 in right. Frank Robinson, not Floyd. Heine Groh is a 7 at third. Larkin, a 7 at short. Morgan, a 9 at second. Konechny is a 7 at first base. Bench, of course, is a 10 behind the dish and a 9 arm. Raffensperger has a 6 range in his fielding percentage we just alluded to. So Sandberg aboard for Cap Anson. Anson, not a great hit-and-run guy. 275 on the year so far in the HTBL. 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Up, down the right left field for a base hit. Sandberg's going to move all the way to third. And there's runners at the corners and nobody out for Hack Wilson. Wilson, 265, 10 homers, 21 RBIs. His OPS down a bit at 976. Sounds like one of those numbers you would call if you wanted to get the sports results back in the day, and somebody got caught doing that back in the day when I was like 10. So here's the pitch to Hack, and this is hit in the air. Dunn backing up, and he makes the play at the warning track. Sandberg comes in to score, and it's a 1-0 Cubs lead. Rig Stevenson, 353, 1 homer, 21 RBIs, and his OPS a little down from its average, or what it should be. It's at 847, it should be at 943. So Raffensperger will work to Stevenson, but first, a pickoff move at first, and Anson back safely. Stevenson has an 8-game hitting streak. He'll try to push that to 9. This is hit in the air. Pinson coming all the way in. A nice little job at hustling in, and he makes the put out for the second out. Kyler It has a 320 batting average, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Hits lefties a bit better than he hits righties. Usually hits lefties 354 and righties 333. Let's see what Kyler can do with 2 outs. Up the middle. No, it gets right to Rafflensberger, who throws to Konechny, and the side is retired. So the Cubs only pick up 1 run, and we're 1-0 going into the second. Barry Larkin, 343 on the year, 7 homers and 30 RBIs. Vaughn at 14 pitches will deal to him. And this is a slow grounder, Banks to Anson, and Larkin has an infield hit. And Larkin is a threat to run on Vaughn. With that 74% stealing percentage, we're going to try to keep him honest. And safe is the call. So Dunn, a slugger's slugger, 252 on the year, 10 homers, 17 RBIs. Just a little bit off pace on his OPS. Should be at 912. It's at 909. And that's K number 3 for Hippo. 31 on the year now for Vaughn. Konechny up, 282. I'm sorry, not 282, but 202 is his batting average. 4 homers, 14 RBIs, 1 out in the top of the second, Cincinnati trailing a run. This is hit to center. Wilson should get to it. He's sliding over to his right, and he makes the play in front of the warning track. 2 outs now for Ernie Lombardi. Schnoz, 200. 7 homers and 20 RBIs. Had a very distinctive nose. And Vaughn will deal to Lombardi. Stolen base attempt, and that's number 7 for Barry Larkin. Runner at second, and it caught the Cubs sleeping, because it caught me sleeping. 2 outs, an 0-1 count to Lombardi. Grounder to third. Williamson could not handle it. And it'll move the runners up 1 base, so that's the first error of the game for the Cubbies. Wilson found that a little too hot to handle. Runners at the corners for 1, Johnny Bench, and he's only hitting 152 on the year. 5 homers and 15 RBIs, so you know he's due. And that was caught by the third baseman, Williamson. That looked like it could have been one of those balls that goes down the left field line and could have brought 2 runs in for Cincinnati, but not to be. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Cubbies leading. Billy Williams, 287 on the year, 2 homers and 15 RBIs. Cubs come in 13 and 15, and Cincinnati, if they don't have the lead in the Mid-East Division, they got to be close to it at 19 and 9. Hit well to left. Dunn backing up, but he'll make the play. No, he does not make the play at the warning track. Looks like there was an error on the play, and Williams makes it to second. That was off of Dunn's glove. He recovered, brought the throw into the infield, but not before Williams had gotten to second base. So we've had 3 errors in the game in just 2 innings. Cincinnati collecting their second. Banks is now up, 235 on the year, 5 homers and 14 RBIs. And this is hit to left, so trial by fire for Dunn, but this time he does make the grab. And no play at third. We're not going to sacrifice Williams to third. Dunn has a little bit of a throwing arm. Williamson, Ned Williamson up 231. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. The pitch to him. Right to Larkin, out number 2. Boone, Bob Boone. First at bat today. He has a 250 average, a homer, and 10 ribbies. And this is skied to right. Robinson makes the play at the warning track, side retired. To the third inning we go. It's Chicago 1 and Cincinnati nothing. Heine Groh is the number 9 hitter for Cincinnati. 348 on the year, a homer, and 3 RBIs. He just had 23 at-bats, so he's probably played, close to 10 games. Let's see. And it's a line drive base hit to right. Poor play by Kyler, but Groh cannot advance any farther than first base. Back to the top of the order for Joe Morgan, who is 0 for 1 today. Pickoff move at first. They do not get Groh. And the count is 1-0. That was a pitch out, I guess you could call it, for the lack of any other better term. So Vaughn, with a 1-0 count, he's now at 33 pitches. He'll deal to Morgan. Grounder foul. And the count now 1-1. Vaughn walks Morgan. That's walk number 1 for Hippo. And that's 2 on and nobody out for Veda Pinson, who is 0 for 1 so far today. Hit well to center. Wilson backing up a little bit, and he does not hang on to it. Could not come up to it or come up with it, and everybody's going to move up the base, and the Cubs have their second error of the game. So that's kind of an ugly little line score we have in the upper center of your screen. 0-2-2 for Cincinnati and 1-1-2 for the Cubbies. Robinson, and this is the guy you don't want to have up with the bases loaded if you're Chicago. 269, 12 homers, and 24 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 on the day. And this is hit well to right. Kyler will make the put out as my phone goes off. And I'm just going to hang up on them because they shouldn't be calling when I do this. The run did score, so we have a 1-1 tie with 1 out in the third. And now we have Barry Larkin up. He is 1 for 1 for today. Right to Williamson. That's the second out of the inning, and you'll excuse me a moment as I put my phone back on its cradle. I'll call this PAC back and tell them not to call me anymore after I do this game. Dunn is 0 for 1. This is skied to right. Kyler backing up, and he makes the play. So we go to the bottom of the third, and the score now 1-1. Your weather report for today: it's 58 degrees, a wind blowing at 15 miles an hour out to left center field at Wrigley. And runs go up when the wind is blowing out at Wrigley, so we'll just have to keep a track on that. Sandberg is 0 for 1. Raffensperger's at 29 pitches at the 2-inning mark. And Sandberg a base hit to left, and he starts the third inning nicely for the Cubbies. Camp Anson is 1 for 1. Safe is the call as they try to catch Sandberg napping, but I had no intentions of moving him. Anson 1 for 1. That's base hit to right field. Sandberg's going to move to third on the play. It brings up Hack Wilson, 265, and no official at bat as he flied to deep left on a sac fly, which brought in Sandberg in the first inning. So nobody out, first and third, is your situation for the Cubbies, as it was in the first inning when Hack batted, and that's a base hit that's going to drive in at least 1 run. Anson's going to go for third. He's out. Good throw by Robinson. Very good throw to get Robinson. And we have 1 out now and a runner at first with Stevenson up, who is 0 for 1. But we have a 2-1 game now in favor of the Cubs. Base hit left field. This is going to go all the way to the wall. Wilson to third. They will wave him around. And they're going to move Stevenson to third. The play at the plate. Out. But Stevenson moves to third on a triple. And the score is going to stay 2-1. Actually, they're going to call that a double. So it's a runner at third and 2 out for Kyler. And Wilson had a 67% chance of making it to home plate successfully. But again, on 2 outs in a row, the odds were beaten. Kyler 0 for 1. Skied to left. Dunn with the put out. No! He could not hang on to it. Kyler is going to move to second. The run's going to score. Third error of the game for Cincinnati. Dunn must be having a hard problem judging the wind, the best we can tell. And it's 3-1 Cubbies, and Dunn has now committed 2 errors in left field. I do not control Cincinnati in this game. If I did, I'd probably take Dunn out of there. Billy Williams is 0 for 1. Skied to center. Pinson with the putout, and the side retired. After 3, Cubbies 3, and the Reds 1. Konechny is 0 for 1. Grounder to third. Williamson to Anson easily out, and there's 1 gone. Ernie Lombardi, who is now dropped below the Mendoza line, he's 198. 0 for 1 in the game. Foul ball. No, they rule that fair, and that's going to be the second out. Surprise, surprise. Johnny Bench is 0 for 1. His batting average now way below the Mendoza line at 151. And that's a base hit to left, Bench aboard. Heine Grove, the number 9 hitter, is 1 for 1. This is to Sandberg over to Anson, and that should retire the side, and it does. 3.5 gone by. It's 3-1 Cubbies. Ernie Banks is 0 for 1 at 232 presently, his batting average. This is hit well to left. Dunn, who's been having trouble all day, makes the putout, and there's 1 gone. He's already committed 2 errors in the outfield. Williamson 0 for 1. This is hit again to Dunn, and again he has trouble. And Williamson makes it in to second base safely. 3rd error of the game for Adam Dunn. And his fielding percentage is .962, for whatever that's worth. So with Williamson at second, Boone is 0 for 1. Popped it up. Bench might have a play on it. He does. That's 2 outs for Ryan Sandberg, who is 1 for 2. A soft line drive to Joe Morgan, side retired. So the 3rd Dunn error does not hurt Cincinnati's cause any. They keep Cincinnati to a goose egg. We go to the 5th. It's 3-1 Cubs over the Reds. Reds have 4 errors in this game. I don't think we have done a game yet where 4 errors have been committed by one team. Joe Morgan, batting for the 3rd time Cincinnati is. He is 0 for 1 so far in this contest. He walked in the 3rd inning, so of course that does not count as an at-bat. And this is a bunt, but foul. Not going to draw my infield in because the count's 0 for 2. And that's K number 4 for Hippo Vaughn, who now is at 74 pitches. And he has retired 13 men. Pinson is 0 for 2. Hit to left center. Williams moves to his right, makes the putout for the 2nd out in the Cincinnati 5th. Frank Robinson is 0 for 1. Hit well to right. Kyler will make the play in front of the warning track. And we're halfway home, provided this game goes a regulation length. And it's 3-1 in favor of the Cubbies. Cap Anson stepping in. He is 2 for 2 today. Grounder, Morgan, Konechny, 1 out. Wilson is 1 for 1. See what Hack can do with the bases empty, and it's a walk. Bringing up Riggs Stevenson. Stevenson is 1 for 2. A little bit of a confab here. Raffensperger will now deal to Stevenson. Grounder to short. Larkin makes a great play. It triggers a 6-4-3 double play. And that retires the side for the Cubs in the 5th. Going to the Cincinnati 6th inning, it's 3-1. Larkin is 1 for 2. Hippo Vaughn at 80 pitches, and Raffensperger is at 70-something. As the legend kind of cuts off on me. We'll look at the bottom of the 6th and see where Raffensperger is on his pitch count. So Vaughn is at 80. He can go 145, so he's on a good pace for a complete game, provided things stay under control. Larkin 1 for 2. To Vaughn, to Anson, 1 out. Adam Dunn, who of course has had a miserable time in left field with the 3 errors, he's 0 for 2. Let's see if he can atone for his sins. And that's a base hit to right, Dunn aboard with a single. Konechny is 0 for 2. He's only hitting 198. That's a grounder, and that's a base hit, and Konechny legs out a double that moves Dunn to third base, so now a base hit ties it in the form of Ernie Lombardi, who is 0 for 2. Up the middle, a base hit. We may have a tie game. We do. Poor play by Banks on the cutoff. So Lombardi a 2 RBI single, and we have a 3-3 tie. Vaughn is at 98 pitches. Might be a little too early. Let me just look at the bullpen here for Chicago. Suter is the stopper. But you have a lot of options probably for Chicago. And a lot of pitchers who could go a few innings. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Vaughn dealing to Johnny Bench, who is 1 for 2 and perhaps overdue. K number 5 for Hippo Vaughn as he struck out Bench. And Groh now 1 for 2, the number 9 hitter, last chance on the 6th for the Reds. Grounder to third. Williamson will go for the single out at first, as he should, with 2 outs, and the side is retired. So again, the crowd trying to get into it here for Chicago, as Cincinnati has now scored 2 runs in the 6th inning to tie the game 3-3. Kyler is 0 for 2. Grounder down the first base line, going all the way down the right field line to the wall, and Kyler is in with his double, his 5th of the year. Bringing up Billy Williams, who is 0 for 2, but hitting .282 on the season. Popped it up. Can Bench get to it? No, he cannot. So Williams gets another crack at it. 2-2 count with nobody out, and Kyler at second. And that's K number 1 for Raffensperger. Raffensperger, by the way, now at 83 pitches. Bringing up Ernie Banks, who is 0 for 2 on the year. To Morgan on a soft line drive. That's out number 2. Williamson is 0 for 2. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, a 3-3 tie. Right to Groh on a soft line drive. So we'll go to the 7th. Your score dead even at 3 apiece. Joe Morgan, 4th time batting around now for the Reds. Morgan is 0 for 2 in a walk. Base hit to right, and Joe is aboard. His stolen base rating or percentage at 87%. Morgan has 15 steals, so we got to keep him honest. A few times. And Veda Pinson 0 for 3. Up the middle. Vaughn to Sandberg to Anson, a 1-4-3 double play. Bringing up Frank Robinson, who is 0 for 2 today. Ball 4, so the Reds stay alive. That's walk number 2 for Vaughn in this game. Barry Larkin now up. He is 1 for 3. And looked like they were going for a pitch out move, trying to catch Robinson off guard. They do not. Count 1-0. Keep Robinson honest. And we pick him off. Stretch time. Well, who's going to win this one, folks? Big Polly coming to you. This is game number 29 of 144 we are doing for you in the Hometown Baseball League. Raffensperger and Vaughn have gone the distance so far. It's a 3-3 tie, 3-7-4 for Cincinnati. Dunn has made 3 errors. Chicago 3-6-2. on a 59-degree day or night at Wrigley Field. So these are all technically night games, which I'm sure would piss off the Wrigley Field crowd to have to, oh, why do we have to go to all the games at night? Well, that's the way the league decided to do it. Greg Boone is not Greg Boone, but Bob Boone. He is 0 for 2. Raffensperger is at 90 pitches. Ball 4 and Boone avoid. Sandberg is 1 for 3. He's 6 at the hit and run. Let's try it. Boone steals second. His third stolen base. Beats the odds there. Only had 20% odds. So now let's see if the Cubs can get something going. Sandberg 1 for 3. The count against them is 0 for 2. 0 and 2. Base hit to right. Will they bring Boone in? They will not. They will hold him at third. So runners at the corners. And this time it is Cap Anson batting with runners at the corners. Twice it has been Hack Wilson, but Anson will try his luck. He's 2 for 3 right now. That's a base hit, and then the Cubbies are going to take the lead again. Sandberg's going to hold at second base. They tested the arm of Floyd Robinson earlier, and they did not pass the test, so they're very wary of Robinson's arm, Frank Robinson. Hack Wilson is 1 for 1. Up the middle, Raffensperger gets the single out over to Konechny at first, and there is 1 out for Stevenson. Stevenson is 1 for 3. This is skied to left. Done. Cannot get to it. It's off the wall. 2 runs are going to score, and Stevenson gets into third with a triple. So finally he gets his triple. We thought he had a triple earlier in the game. He did not. It was a double and a move up to third on a scoring play. So finally Stevenson breaks through, and it is 6-3 Cubs. Kyler is 1 for 3. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to plate Stevenson, and it's now 7-3. Billy Williams is 0 for 3 so far today. This is skied to right. Robinson looks up. It's off the wall. And that's going to bring Kyler in to make it 8-3. And Cincinnati has seen enough of Raffensperger. They're going to bring in Larry Demery.
Pitching for Cincinnati, Larry Demery.
Demery has a 4.76 ERA, 1-0, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 home runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Let's see how many appearances Demery has had. He can go 80. And let's see, he has played in, this will be his 5th appearance. So Banks, 0 for 3. He'll try to keep the conga line going for the Cubs, bringing in 5 in their lucky 7th. This is hit well left center field. Dunn coming in hard, makes the putout. And Williams will definitely hold at second base, with Dunn being drawn in. Williamson is 0 for 3. Batting average now down to 223. Demery, by the way, a 3 range, and his fielding average is 867. And as I was saying earlier, he can go 80 pitches. Ball 4. So Williamson fills the vacancy at first base. And we go back to Bob Boone. So the Cubs have batted around in the 7th. Boone is 0 for 2. This is hit to left. Dunn makes the putout. And the side finally retired for Chicago. They lead 8-3 after the 5-run inning. And there you see what happened in the bottom of the 7th, right in front of you. Hippo is at 125. He could go 145. Try to go with him as long as we can. Larkin is 1 for 3. Grounder to short. Banks. Anson, first out of the inning. Dunn is 1 for 3. He had those 3 errors earlier. This is a base hit to center, so Dunn picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Konechny, 1 for 3. Ball 4. And with 2 on and 1 out, let's check the bullpen. As Vaughn is at 138. Suter can go 50 pitches, so I could go to him right away if Vaughn gets tired. Lombardi is 1 for 3, and a confab on the mound. Lombardi does have some power, and he hits it to center. Wilson near the warning track for the second out. Bench will come in. He is batting 1 for 3 in the game. Vaughn, this will probably be the final batter he faces today. Up the middle, Banks just steps on second, and the side will be retired for Cincinnati. Cubs leading by 5 after 7.5. It's 8-3. Back to the top of the order, and Ryan Sandberg, 5th time around now for the Cubbies. He's 2 for 4. And now he's 3 for 5, a base hit. Anson 3 for 4. We're going to do a hit and run here. No, it's a bunt for a hit. A bunt for a hit. And it winds up being a fielder's choice at second. Accidentally hit bunt for hit and not hit and run, which would have been up here at number 2. So Anson with an 8-3 lead. Let's not try any more funny stuff here. Wilson is 1 for 2. Hit well, left center. Dunn looking up. It is gone. A home run for Hack Wilson, and it's 10-3. Hack Wilson with his 11th home run of the year. It went 375 happy feet for the Cubbies, and now they have busted the game wide open. Riggs Stevenson is 2 for 4. And he hits one deep to left. But Dunn catches up to it at the warning track, and that's out number 2. For a minute there, I thought they had back-to-back homers. Kyler is 2 for 4. Hit to center field. Pinson looking up. It's off the wall. Kyler in the second base with a double. And actually, no. He could go for 3. He will. He's out. Kyler tried to advance. Tried to be a hero, advanced to third, tried to get a triple, but not to be. Oh well. Cubs score a couple more times in the bottom of the 8th. They lead 10-3. Being told Vaughn is fine, but I'm still going to pull him. And we have righty, lefty up. So Jack Pfister is going to enter the game. Pfister has not seen any work so far this season. Nothing across the board. So this is the first time he has been used all season long for the Cubbies. In real life, he pitched 24 games and 177.1 innings. Those are his real life numbers. 21 games started, 12 games completed. So he can pitch for distance, and he probably only needs 1 inning here with the Cubs up a touchdown. Groh is 1 for 3. Hit well to center. Wilson underneath it, 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Cincinnati. Their 5th time through. Morgan is 1 for 3. And this will be caught by Williams for the second out. Last chance saloon now for the Reds, and Veda Pinson will be the last hope. 0 for 4. Sky to left, Williams coming in. Cubs win! Cubs win! Cubs win! Final of 10-3. 3-8-4 for Cincinnati. 10-14-2 for the Cubs. Rafflensberger will take the loss, goes to 2-5. Bond takes the win, goes 3-3. It was Rafflensberger and Demery for the Reds. Vaughn and Pfister. Pfister came in, pitched that perfect 9th for the Cubbies. MVP of the game was Hack Wilson. Game-winning RBI went to Cap Anson. So as promised, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust things, and we're going to show you the game summaries for game number 29 for everybody. Chicago now goes up to 14-15, and Cincinnati, they were in first place in the Mideast. 4.5 games at the moment in front of Pittsburgh. So we'll play all the games out and give you a summary very shortly. So stand by as the screen fills up with results. We could tell you Chicago beat Houston 4-2. Cincinnati got the win. We know that. And I see a lot of interesting totals here, but let's go back to the 8th and show you what happened. Chicago 4-2 over Houston. Cincinnati over Necro. Win 2-for-4. A homer his fourth. Tigers over the Royals 4-3. Newhouser over Waddell. Colavito 2-for-3. The Blue Jays 6-3 over the Browns. Clancy over Glade. Lynn 2-for-4. A homer his fourth. 2 RBIs. In 11, the Twinkies over the Indians 6-5. Campbell over Jones. Romano 3-for-5. A homer his second and 3 RBIs. Texas 8-6 over Boston. Zimmerman over Tiant. Texera 2-for-3. A homer. Number 2 on the year for him and 2 RBIs. Cardinals 5. Expos 2. Cardinals now go to 22-7. Dean 5-2 over Pfeffer, who is 6-1. Edmonds 2-for-3, a homer his seventh, 3 RBIs. In the game you just saw moments ago, the Cubs over the Reds 10-3. So we'll move on and tell you the Pirates beat the Brewers 12-5. Cooper 2-5. Mathewson 4-2. Kiner 3-for-4. 2 homers to get to 9 on the year and 3 RBIs. The Braves 11-4 over the Rockies. Smoltz over Pittenger. Mazeroski 3-for-5. 2 homers and a double. 2 RBIs and a double. My fault. The Angels over the Rays once again. 8-5. Ryan 2-4 over Vance 2-3. Pearson 2-for-3. A homer. 2 RBIs. The Yankees moved to 20-9 on the year. They goosed the Oakland A's 5-0. Ford over Blue. Ford 5-1. Blue 1-6. Gehrig 2-for-3. A homer his seventh. The Orioles 1-0 winners over the Mariners. McGinty over White. McGinty 2-5. White 4-3. Bunbury 1-for-4. A homer his second. The D-backs 6-4 over Miami. Heron 2-3. Nichols 2-5. Tracy 2-for-4. A homer his fourth. The Giants 6-3 over the Phillies. Marichal over Ferguson. Reese 3-for-5, a triple and a double. Reese plays for the Giants and not the Dodgers because the Dodgers were the best of LA and not the Brooklyn Dodgers. So all of the teams with old names, they got put in the draft, and that's how they got selected by everybody. Kind of keeps things even. The Padres 5-1 over Washington. Bennis 2-2. Stottlemyre 3-2. Averill 2-for-3, a homer his sixth, and the Dodgers all over the Mets 14-1. Sutton 4-3, Seaver 2-5, Sheffield 3-for-5, 2 homers, 6 RBI to go to 6 homers on the year, 5 RBIs. So your division leaders right now are the Giants at 17-12 in the West, St. Louis at 22-7 in the Midwest, Cincinnati 19-10 in the Mideast. In the East, it's Philadelphia 5 games clear of Washington. In the AL West, it's the Angels a game ahead of Seattle. Kansas City leading by 2 over Minnesota. Cleveland a single game ahead of Chicago and Detroit. New York Yankees are 20-9, and they're 3 games now ahead of Tampa Bay. The division winners and the next best team that did not win a division, they are get in as the wild card, and we have a 10-team playoff. And the wild card winner will play the division winner with the worst record. So right now, the way things look, it's looking good if you're a Cardinal or a Yankee fan. Billy Werber is hitting 440, and his OPS is 1.317 for Boston. Wally Berger is leading in home runs with 14, and Lou Gehrig leading in RBIs right now with 38. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.